ears all wet. Oh, man. Please let me finish my sentence. Cold, cold, cold. Oh. All right. I'm famished. We barely had a bite sprinting all the way here from Raguna. Whoa! Pinch me! This is a feast and a half! Hey, Rover. So, we did bring enough money, right? I mean, we kind of rushed out without grabbing anything.
Oh, that? Don't worry. Money's not an issue. Augusta made sure we're covered. All our food and lodging here in Septimont is billed straight to the F-Force Palace. But I think the owner might have overdone it a little.
Ha! Better get used to it. You're the chap of the Great Aegon. And you know me. If food's on offer, I'll be a scoffer. No leftovers, guaranteed. Free stay? Free meal? This effort really knows how to treat guests. This smells it.
Abby, what do you think Imperator wants me to find? If Cardathia is right, the last clue should be somewhere on the Sanguis Plateaus. We're so close to the finish line. Just one step away.
Relax. We're already back in Septimont. I remember Lupa said there's this weird blight cloud hanging over the Sanguis Plateaus. And when the high tide, or whatever, rolls around, all the Wait, is the high tide coming up soon? The Affer's invite did say something about a big That reminds me. Aren't we supposed to meet her today?
A messenger came this morning. Augusta is dealing with an emergency, so our meeting's postponed. An unexpected change. It's throwing everything off course. And why me for this hunt? If it's about the Great Aegon, the messenger said none of the other gladiators were invited.
Who knows? Maybe she just wants to test her strength against you. Typical Septimontian, right?
He thinks I've only met her a few times, but I doubt she acts on such simple impulses. And as the F4, can she really thoughtlessly do whatever she wants?
Guessed from afar, you possess eyes as clear as crystal. But what troubles you so that eyes once bright as the highland sky now darken with rolling clouds? A warrior who walks the blade's edge does not falter over trifles. The clouds, if I may guess, are cast from the throne. At the peak of Capitolini Hill, beneath the pale walls of the Ephes Palace, secrets lie buried. And the most intricate among them are those born from the pursuit of power. Even one as honorable as the Effa must learn when to be ruthless. In Septimont, a city forged in iron and blood, anyone who seeks the throne without knowing the cost is no better than a lamb marching to the butcher's knife. I am Nestor, a traveling poet. Who reigns in Septimont never. If you are curious about the Ephor, then allow me to say that nothing would honor me more than to offer even a modest service to the champion of...
Wait, how do you know he's the champion? And all that stuff about the F4, too. Oh, your eyes. Were we talking too loud?
To see and to hear are but two of the many ways to perceive. Truth be told, I've been gathering inspiration for my next epic, and that's why I speak of her with some familiarity. I have a feeling your tale with her will soon be written. And
Augusta.
a girl of humble birth, a resonator of modest talent, a commoner without noble patronage, and yet, from the den of wolves that is set just like the burning sun, enough times, and you might eventually succeed. Should we call it resilience? Or mere stubbornness? Or perhaps... And yet, as the first sings the lament, across the scorched land, greatness, courage, glory, and honor, light as a thread, elusive as the wind.
I don't know. It's just unbelievable. The Augusta he's talking about.
I doubt anyone at the time could have imagined her. Do you believe Cato handed her that final victory on purpose? And that Cato must have been an idealist. Now, why don't we... rough shape of a short epic. This is all I can offer about the F4. Now, as a listener, what do you make of my narration? I appreciate your kind words, my generous listener. I am only a humble wordsmith, spinning verses and rhymes. The essence of poetry is granted by those who dare defy their fate. There is one thing I must confess. Through my words, your knowledge of the F4 is partial, at best. Poetry can only offer a glimpse of the true story. I do not belong in the pages of the epic, so I remain confined to the observer. Here's some advice for you, though I hesitate to call it such. If you want the truth of a story, step into it. Become part of it. As I've said, the tale between you and Augusta, the hero of Septimont, is only now. It's not difficult to see. Fate flows like the stars, tracing. The rain is passing. I hear it ceasing its symphony upon the earth. It is time for farewells. Before I leave, may I ask you one last question? What is it that has lifted Augusta to the seat of power?
Well, I'd say strength. Let's be real. There's no way Augusta could have passed those trials. Rover, what do you think?
You needn't rush when the final chapter is written. Farewell, my friend. Soon, after this brief encounter, everything...
Your Excellency, you have indulged her too much. As the priestess, you know is far too unruly in both action and word.
Indeed. She entered the palace unannounced, a blatant affront to the authority.
Same as always. Senators, all she crossed was a doorway. One too insignificant to carry the weight of our authority. Let us not forget, it is not the walls of Capitolini Hill that command fear. It is my will, my sword, and our relentless conquest. I know your fear. You fear a priestess's voice drowning yours, and a rebel challenging the Senate's rule. But listen well. Power does not bow to sycophants. If you seek power, then step from the shadows. Face me, and prove yourself worthy.
Took you long enough, Augusta.
Handling the senators takes time. You know that. Well, to keep our esteemed priestess from waiting, maybe next time I'll just leave them to their own devices. I'll make sure they record every detail of your feat and relay it word for word to Grandmother Lilibet. Priestess Iuno. Unruly behavior left Tetragon Temple without permission. and trespassed into the Ephor's palace. I wonder, who will lose it first? Lilibet or you?
Let those old foxes report me all they want. If they step into the tetragon left foot first, I'll shoot the left. Right foot first, I'll shoot the right.
Hey, I'm with you on that one. The Senate should be reminded now and then that the Tetragon's kindness is not a reason to take Priestess lightly. Why didn't you wait there? I had everything handled. We depart for the hunting ground tonight. If anything changed, you could have reached me by my terminal. You didn't need to come all the way here. I want you free of duty until that day arrives.
You're overthinking it, Augusta. I'm here to see that person. Grandmother Lilibet said his fate is one of unknowable void. Sounds intriguing enough to make time for.
So that's it? Too bad. The ship from Laguna won't dock until tomorrow morning, and we'll be gone by then.
Ugh, what a hassle.
Patience, The warrior has accepted the invitation. So, you'll have plenty of time to meet during the hunt. Is there something else you want to say?
I read Grandma Lilibet's book of prophecies. The hunt and our plan, neither end well. Are you sure we should go through with this?
Risk does not trouble me. Peril simply requires greater strength. But really, when did you start caring about the temple's traditions?
O ye faithless of Septimont, the divinity is enraged. Should your ruler defy their will again, doom shall be your fate. Lately, I've been hearing murmurs from the nobles again about the ancient prophecy from Ragu.
I will admit, those words once carried weight. But when our ancestors crossed the waters and climbed these hills, Raguna's divinity didn't get a seat on the ship. And the priestesses all said the prophecy was incomplete. Extraordinary power, risen from the dark tides, shall bring eternity to Septimont. Then shall the waters quiet, the tempest still, and glory return with the blood of the old king. Do not forget, this is the other half of the prophecy. Fabius, Attilius, Valeria, one after another, these heroes have saved Septimont from the brink of ruin. As long as a hero stands, no disaster can break this eternal city.
What if this time is different? What if ruin is our fate?
Then I will sever that fate with my blade.
What's so amusing?
So, the fearless priestess can be frightened after all. But it's fine. If you're afraid, don't push yourself. I can handle this alone. Most revered priestess, wait for me in the temple. I shall return
Frightened. Me? If anything, it's you, trying to shut me out and face it alone. Fine. Go ahead. You'll come back to me sooner or later.
That I can't deny.
I knew it. So you do need me for this hunt.
Thank you.
Why are you saying this?
The storm is coming. Come, know, my friend, the best way to greet a storm is to walk straight into it.
So, any news from the F4 rover? Or are we still chilling like we've been for the past few days?
Good day, Sir Rover. I am Damien, an attendant in service to the Ethel's Palace. By direct command, I have come to deliver you Her Excellency's personal letter. It concerns a matter of utmost importance.
Me and my big mouth. Hey, what does it say? Scooch up a bit.
It says Augusta is taking care of everything on her end. She's ready to meet us at the Air Force Palace. It's most likely something to do with the hunt. We shouldn't keep the F4 waiting. Time to go, Abby.
You mean now? Well, I'll sit this one out and leave all the heavy stuff to you guys. Chat for as long as you like. Just give me a holler if you need me.
Palace is just ahead. Good vantage. Looks like Augusta's already taking care of everything. Let's do this.
And there go the action.
as I thought. Watching from the Colosseum's balcony is no way to understand a warrior's true spirit. Only by crossing blades can I feel the will to fight pulsing through your veins. Come, step closer. Laureate of Raguna, champion of Septimont, favored gladiator of Arsinosa. By the honor of these titans, it is only right you stand by my side. I, Augusta, Ephor of Septimont, offer you my highest esteem. Efficient. No need for pleasantries. Here we let our blades do the talking. The Septimont way. I have no doubt that you and I will have plenty of opportunities to get acquainted. But that's not why I called you here today. On my behalf, and that of the Ephor's Palace, I extend my deepest apologies for failing to keep our appointment. I hope this delay hasn't dampened your enthusiasm for the hunt. Tolerant and strong, just as I've heard. Virtues of a true hero. That your interest still holds, shall we discuss it? The hunt. In Septimont's long fight for survival, it holds profound significance. It is both honor and duty. For 100 years, countless gladiators have taken up the hunt and met their end in glory. It is no exaggeration to say that the blood of gladiators still burns in our ancestors built the defenses that line those grounds. To this day, they stand as the front line of Septimont's resistance against the dark tide. You've surely noticed the lingering blight cloud that hovers over the Sanguis plateaus. Since the first dark tide outbreak in Rinascita, that place has become a breeding ground for its horrors. As you've no doubt realized, our prey are tacit discords, born from the dark tide. Only those who desecrate the high tide is upon us, and it will be a storm like no other. My hunting party requires unstoppable warriors. Sacrifices are inevitable, but I believe you. I share your sentiment. Except a grand hunt awaits us, and my warriors and I long to do battle alongside a fighter such as yourself. Of course, the will of the extraordinary deserves to be heard. I'd like to know your thoughts on the matter. A straightforward answer. I like it. As for this goal of yours, yes. The Journeying Paradise. I've heard that laughable name before. A pity the hunt was made to shatter that little fantasy. As for the Sentinel's relic, go to the Earthrend Wedge. It's where the Sentinel Imperator first descended upon the Sanguis Plateaus, and is the epicenter of every hunt to this day. However, due to its significance, not even Septimont's highest officials are permitted near it. But if that is what you wish, say no more. I will make it happen. trust I place in you stems from your recognition of my character. I admire your honesty, and I will honor it to the fullest. Only those bound by trust can go the distance together. I look forward to the hunt ahead. It honors me to journey by your side. Patience, my friend, is the first step to becoming a hunter. When the storm rages in the skies southeast of Septimont, I will await you at Tempest Cliffs.
Augusta is very pretty, very nice, very demure.
I can't eat another bite. That's another. Huh? Hey, Rover? Look, over there.
That's a storm, which means it's about time to meet up with the Tempest Cliffs. I remember that's where she told it.
Well, same as always. Call me when you need me.
This should be the right way.
If you're heading for Tempest Cliffs, head east. This path will take you straight to the Courtyard of Glory. Or perhaps, would you care to travel with me? After all, we share the same destination. Your reputation precedes you, Honorable Rover. I am Gladiator Avidius, at your service. Gladiating and hunting are the very pillars upon which the glory of Septimon stands. I believe no gladiator would refuse such. I, of course, am no exception. Please, if you'll follow me, honored guest from afar.
Augusta spoke of the great surge we're about to face.
The F4 speaks the truth. And this year's high tide has come later than usual, which bodes ill. It's a shame even the sharp ears of the Senate could not chisel through the high walls of Tetragon Temple to hear the whispers beyond. Is this an auspice of calamity or a prelude to a new legend? Only time will tell. pleasure of escorting you to the F4 has been fulfilled. From here we march onward to the hunting grounds, where the dark... Happy hunting.
Come, join us, Rover. The horns signal our departure.
Yay. Gliders.
Of the dark time. Do exercise caution.
An echo. It's signaling we retire for the day, that's all. Augusta, time to bring your party back to the Hunter's Den.
Of course, priestess. Your arrow couldn't have come at a better time.
Seeing that Rover is here, I'll take that as a compliment.
Den. The busiest gladiator encampment across the Sanguis Plateaus. Nearly every hunter passes through here on their way to the hunting grounds. We will rest here before setting off for the next hunt.
I must admit, I suppose my predecessors forsook the peace they ought to have enjoyed just to share this hard-earned land with these hunters.
The priestess's words are not without merit. I I am well aware that I stand under blessings, and now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be taking my leave.
Though we've already met, I suppose a proper introduction is in order. I am Yuno, priestess of the Tetragon Temple. Up on things. What you say is true, though I've long since grown tired of such affairs. Come now, Rover. Surely you can find me something more interesting to occupy my. Quite frankly, when it comes to dealing with the dark tide, none of these gladiators can hold a candle to me. Ha! Look at those looks. I've seen them all before. What can I say? When you're as dazzling as I am, jealousy tends to follow. I'll be making my way back, Augusta, lest my shine further sting the eye. If you find yourself with free time later, consider visiting me at Tetragon Temple. Not every outlander is granted access to its sacred halls. Make the most of it.
It's rare to see Yuno hold back like that. You must be someone different to her. Perhaps we do share some common traits. Don't let her unruly side fool you. A Chorosaurus. Avidius was correct. It is. What he didn't have the chance to tell you is that it is the deadliest Chorosaurus of them all. We call the Threnodians' attempt to plague Septimont never came to fruition. But do not mistake that for victory. Our enemy will not bow so easily. The Dark Tide, immortal and indestructible, carries out the will of its creator, the Threnodian. Only the Earthrend Wedge that bears Sentinel Imperator's power can sever the link between the Dark Tide. The hunt is how we disrupt the Dark Tide's feet, however. The Earthrend...
Meaning we need to hunt and kill the beast near the Earthrender.
Yes, and this confrontation with Tyrannos was expected. But it's not a fight anyone is eager to fin. That beast is well aware of our... Now, the real hunt begins.
Your Excellency, the Senators request your presence in the main. It's to discuss plans for the hunting operation.
Looks like I'll be occupied for a while. Relax. Take a walk around camp. The hornet's blare will sound our next departure. It's a sound that can be heard across the canyons.
Did you hear about the power struggle? Nothing new. We're going up against Augusta as without a strong forte. Augusta's strength was always going to have limits. She lacks the extraordinary power mentioned in the prophecies. I wouldn't put it like that. Knowing how Augusta operates, Avidius wouldn't even have risen to prominence if she hadn't allowed it. That kind of grace.
You know, I mentioned visiting her at Tetragon Temple. Got a bit of free time. Might as well pay her a visit. I'd find something this grand way out here in the hunting grounds. No sign of Yuno, though. Follow me. Are those murals on the wall?
Good day to you, Sir Rover. It seems you too have taken an interest in the temple's murals. They are the works of past priestesses. They depict prophecies glimpsed in the sacred flames. Ones already fulfilled, and ones yet to come. In any case, all these murals point to two prophecies of importance. The first is a Ragunesi prophecy condemning, hear this, of faithless ones of Septimond, the divinity of the High. The second is a continuation of the Ragunesi prophecy, delivered by Septimonds, only the hero of heroes of extraordinary power, risen from the dark tides, shall bring eternal. Seem drawn to that particular mural. It tells of a calamity yet to come. And, as always, the hero of heroes, who shall rise, yet the identity of this hero remains a mystery. Coincidentally, much like the absent part of this mural, the prophecy of our victory over the coming disaster remains untold. Whether the priestesses can't foresee the fate that awaits, or whether the true prophecy is meant to remain hidden, is indeed
Our would-be hero of heroes lost in daydreams again. What is it this time? Staring at an empty wall, hoping one day it will bear your name.
I happened to wander by, passing the time as one does. No need to trouble yourself with someone as inconsequential as I, priest.
Inconsequential? Come now. Everyone knows you're the Senate's golden child. Those old loons wouldn't spare me a glance, but they hang on your every word. Have you been waiting long? Oh, I can't believe he got to you first.
Isn't paying respects to the heroes fairly commonplace? Surely we needn't allow rivalry to come between.
I'm not blind to your tricks, Ovidius. Do you really think Rover would take sides with you? Let me guess. Eliminating Tyrannos and the Dark Tide before anyone else would be the perfect act to prove you're the prophet. 4 expeditions to Main's Deep, plus a home leaf medal. And now you think you can usurp Augustus' place? Don't make me laugh. Oh, read the room, will you?
Please. I don't deny that I am ambitious and aspire to better my station, but I value my duty to defend Septimont's glory. Should I become the next hero, Septimont would be spared when the next calamity arrives.
Why you...
She possesses many qualities worthy of a hero, but she lacks the extraordinary. As a resonator, Augusta offers nothing special. Yet throughout Septimont's history, she may have the strength to wield a sword, but I doubt her ability to endure pain and the slow, wearisome passage of time. It's a pity that in a city built on prophecy, Augusta is a disruptor of the... I assure you, Priestess, I will not act from the shadows. Priestess? Rover, I beg your leave. Perhaps we will bear witness to the birth of a new hero.
Well, there you have it. That's the gist of it.
I don't understand. Given Augusta's prestige...
It all started when Augusta shook things up the moment she became Ethel, especially in rooting out corruption within the gladiators Aegon while ignoring the senators and the Naturally, it ruffled some feathers. Some even accused her of undermining the spirit of gladiating. In reality, they're just... More importantly, this is exactly the kind of chaos Augusta wanted. She even went so far as to say, the citizens of Septimont only need to be loyal to Septimont, not her, Augusta. And then, like it's nothing, she tells me that the Ethel position only matters. She's even more stubborn than I am. Now, why would I be worried about that? I'm sure you've seen her sword. The inlaid blades are trophies of every glad, even ones with decent resonance powers like Ovidius. She eats for breath, though Ovidius makes me rather uncomfortable. It's got nothing to do with his stance, it's more of a hunch. Or maybe I'm just overthinking it. It's the Griffrex. It appears our prey has finally come out for some fresh air. We'll meet again later. But next time, I'd like your undivided attention. No distractions,
Is that lady over there looking at me? I better go and greet her.
I overheard a few gladiators guessing who the next hero of heroes. We've been expecting you. I see. Worry not, my child. Follow its guidance and let it lead.
Perfect timing. I'll stretch my legs a bit. Grandmother Lilibet and Rover are talking about. Never mind, it can wait. Let's get eyes on this beast Aquila.
May the eternal sacred flames grant us boundless sight.
It's the horn. I'd better find Augusta.
That cliff is the Earthrend Wedge, a relic of Sentinel Imperator as ancient as these lands. The destination of your journey, my promise to you, our shared goal. An anchor stone made from tacitite formed around the Earthrender. It contains a fraction of the Earthrender's power. It offers no defense capabilities, but it can at least serve as a temporary measure to hold off the dark tide, or its creations. We need to deploy 3 of these in predetermined locations across Marinewood to generate a force field. This will drive the Kurosaurus to the Asphodel Barrens in the lower levels. The field blooming with asphodels is where the hunting party can safely reach the lower levels. Judging from the height, it's close to the Earthrender's base. In that field of glory, we will grant Tyrannos the death it deserves. Tyrannos' calling card is the vanguard of the dark tide. Our prey isn't exactly known for playing by the rules. Marinewood lies on the other side of these cliffs. That beast has reasoned we're likely to take to the skies on reflexes, and has laid an ambush, waiting to drag us down into the abyss. A Kurosaurus that knows how to set a trap, waiting for its hunters to walk right into it. Quite an interesting opponent. Gladiators, march with me to the hunting grounds. Let the sacred flames ignite your resolve. The enemies of Septimon shall bear witness to our might. Let us be on our way. Something's not right. Be on your guard, everyone.
blasted.
Everyone, onto the ledge now!
We're almost to those ends.
Victory is still far from reach. We're not in the clear yet. Will take us to the first anchor point.
Tacit discords.
Just in time. My swords had enough of waiting.
It's time.
Carnage.
These tricks do not surprise me. Avidius, take a response team and get that anchor obelisk functioning. Rover and I will provide cover.
As you command, Your Excellency.
Team should be almost done, Augusta.
Your aid couldn't have come at a better time. We were just about to insert the anchor stone into the obelisk.
grounds, the hunter can become the hunted at a moment's notice. Think that beast is running away. Just a trick to throw us off. Let Augusta humor its little performance. Beasts who think they've won are always the first to die. Let her handle the Chorosaurus for now. We have more important matters to take care of. Oh, surprised to see me? I've already shared my interest with you. It wouldn't kill you to remember a few things I've said, would it? But fine. Since it's you, I suppose I can let you in on the secret. The Chorosaurus is just an appetizer. I've got bigger fish to fry.
Anchor obelisk is on the other side of the plateau.
Wing Raiser here too, huh?
Does that surprise you? Augusta and I prepared it all well in advance. Ride the winds and let's soar over these cliffs together. We've lost sight of Augusta and the Chorosaurus. Let me see your terminal, Rover. Using the sensor. You catch on quickly. My resonance power can reveal hidden traces of the dark tide for a short time. With these markings, be it Tyrannos or Tyran whatever, nothing can escape. Yes, you're not wrong, but the beast also has its eye on them. A sly enemy like this won't play by the usual rules. The more cautious we are, the better. Ha! So it is heading for that cave. The second obelisk is also in that direction. Come, let's go have a little fun with our friend.
It's time.
This is it. The second obelisk should be at the other end of this cave.
Mind the tacit discourse.
I'd be more worried about yourself, would-be hero. Try not to slow us down.
no way out. Let go of the ropes!
I'll keep it busy. Now's your chance. Go!
Make no mistake! Your fight is with me!
Augusta!
My apologies for the delay. We warned. The Kurosaurus could return at any moment. We should leave.
Here it comes!
These formations seem solid enough for a quick move. Tyrannos will not rest until we are corpses. But sensitive. Up there to the left. That stone seems loose. Pull it down, Michael. Stay held. Cannot be selfish. Back down.
Cherish every game.
Begins now. Splendid! Let's keep up the momentum. You again.
It just left.
Should be the anchor obelisk doing its job. Or perhaps it's up to something more insidious.
The direction it's heading. Is it planning to destroy the final anchor obelisk? Huh. Persistent. I suppose that makes you a worthy opponent.
fog hinders our vision. Could be walking into a trap.
Makes for a fun challenge. Don't you agree, ladies? Stay vigilant. In due time, Tyrannus will learn brutality and intelligence. It's
it to the full.
Not to disappoint.
It's time.
Heading for the Asphodel Barrens. The net has been cast. It's time to reel in the prize.
Field of corpses. Horrifying, isn't it? This is Tyrannos' birthplace. A kingdom of brutality, and the beast is proud of it. Every hunt before this, it was here that we met our final battles. The gladiators went to great lengths to drive the Dark Tide's creatures into the Asphodel Barrens. Likewise, their prey were just as eager to bait their hunters here. This is destined to be an evenly matched game of life and death. Hunter or prey. Only the one still standing gets to decide.
Avidius, descendant of the hero of heroes Attilius, decorated for the 4 crossings of Main's Deep. the desire in you. Your desire for power. Yet if you wish to be my opponent, then this level of resolve is far from enough. Step forward. Stand next to me and pursue your desires without hesitation. Let your ambitions burn even hotter.
As you wish, Your Excellency.
Finally, some fun for a change. Come, you need only to stay at my side, Rover. Rest. This is a matter between Augusta and Avidius. We shall not intervene for the time being.
Who's the prey now?
We're going after it. All this effort we've put into setting this trap. This gift of ours, it better take it. Nice and obediently.
Over there. Ready? Now.
They was trying to go after her.
What was that about? And that black fog? It was all mushy. I couldn't even finish it. Oh boy. Did I take a huge bite out of that one? My head's gone all swishy. I need a quick timeout.
How are you holding up?
Would you continue to fight?
A ruler assumes their place by accomplishing the impossible for their subjects. It isn't safe here. I'll lead a team and escort everyone to a temporary camp not far from here. But before that, I must ensure no one is left behind. You go ahead, Rover. I am entrusting Yuno to your care.
How are you feeling? Do you want to rest a bit?
I appreciate your concern, but I'm not as fragile as you think. This road is nothing I can't handle. You can set me down here. Don't give me that concerned look of yours. It's nothing to worry about. Wait. You have questions. Don't pretend you don't. Well, spit it out. It's only a minor injury. I can manage. So you've managed to glimpse that far? Or is there more? Just how many more surprises do you have for me? But I suppose only you could manage something like that. Grandmother Lilibet, the head priestess you met at the temple, once spoke of the unknowable voids that is your fate. Yet to fully interpret what she meant by that, but one thing is clear. You are the most unique among us all. They were, as I once perceived through the sacred flames, the fate of Septimont. Just as you saw, the dark tide will bring destruction to Septimont and the death of Augusta. I don't know whether Raguna's predictions are actually true, but fate has given me no response but sorrow. Though I would deny it to the end, as it is now, its terror lies not in the illusions it shows or the lies it spins. Rather, it uncovers the parts of us. My prophecies are never wrong. How I loathe this feeling, this helplessness, to know everything, to see everything, and yet be powerless to change a thing. Since we've come this far, might as well share a secret with you. The you see before you can no longer see the threads of fate. I gave up my ability to peer into fate in exchange for the resonance power to resist the dark tide. Why? Because I refused to be fate's obedient puppet, bowing to its whims and letting it dictate my every step. But in the end, despite all the sacrifice, we still couldn't escape its grasp. The dark figure we faced in Asphodel Barrens was, in fact, an embodiment of the dark tide. We call it the false sovereign. Unlike other dark tide creations, it can devour and reshape the scattered powers of its maker. I'm unclear how things will unfold, but I'm certain it's the source of evil that will bring about the fall of Septimont, just as the prophecy foretold. Before this hunt, Augusta and I investigated such dark tide irregularities at the Sanguis Plateaus. We then formed a plan to take advantage of the sovereign's nature, using the Chorosaurus as bait to lure out its imperfect form. Maybe this way we can rewrite Septimont's tragedy before it even begins. But as you can see, we failed. Augusta, I'm sure that fool would fight till the bitter end. There is one thing I'm not certain about. For reasons I can't explain, The fate shown to me by the dark tide feels different from what I remember. What is it exactly? A side effect of my resonance power. The dark tide doesn't exactly show up in a stable form. My powers manifest its creations in exchange for a teensy piece of my existence. That's the price. I admit it sounds a bit complicated. In short, just know a little sleep will relieve these side effects. A fair point. Once I've recovered my strength, sorting out these questions will be as simple as a flick of a finger. Oh, by the way, take this. A lunarum bracelet containing a small portion of my resonance power. It was passed down to me by my predecessor when I became a priestess. It's quite dear to me, you know, so be sure to take extra good care of it. Rely on it in my absence. Who knows? It may even help fill in for me and help you and Augusta in my place. Now, why would you say that? I'll only be taking a short nap. Don't you or Augusta even dare think about leaving me behind, is that clear?
I should see how things are with Augusta now.
Messages have been sent to the encampment and all sectors of the main island, and defenses are currently being deployed per your instructions, Your Excellency.
Good. Ensure timely reports on any new developments.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Arrangements for the war effort. Strategically, we must always brace ourselves for the worst. Communications with the Black Shores are also underway. The Air Force Palace has previously established a connection with a consultant in the Rinascita region. We've reached an agreement granting the Black Shores permission to access Septimon's resonance nexus. They'll be able to monitor and collect data on the Dark Tide during the hunt. In return, should any complications arise, the Black Shores are to fulfill their side of the agreement.
A consultant active in Renacita?
That's right. Her name is Buling. An interesting young lady. Left quite an impression on me.
Huh. So it is her? Why don't you let me handle contacting the Black Shores, Augusta? We talk from time to time. It'll help make things smoother for us.
Of course. I'll leave it to you then.
Alright, I think I got the whole picture now. Ugh, Rover, how do you keep ending up in messes like this? This is one tough cookie, alright.
You mean...
Let me tell you, the latest data we got from the resonance nexus isn't so pretty. Something's really off with the dark tide in that Sanguis place. I don't remember it being this crazy before. Normally, the dark tide getting all freaky during high tide is whatever, right? But now, I don't know what what happened, because it's turning into a person. So listen up. I'll give you Tethys' rundown. That humanoid thing, that sovereign, is gobbling up frequencies like a maniac. It's eating anything with energy, dark tide stuff, tacit discords, echoes, you name it. Might even be saving other things for dessert. Basically, the sovereign isn't gonna attack Septimon or Raguna anytime soon. It's too busy getting fat first. Once it's stuffed full of energy, it'll try and smash the Earthrend wedge in one go. With the Earthrender gone, poof, all that dark tide under the hunting grounds will explode like a pimple. When that happens, it's game over for Renacita. Even if you have 3 heads and 6 arms, it will be bye-bye. But, smooth moves, team. Cutting through the clutter, I see what you're doing. This Carnosaurus is just the bait to hook the big fish, isn't it? Your real plan is to stop the sovereign before it fully forms. Nip it in the bud. Am I right, Bot?
You are right on.
Heaven and earth are in harmony. That's my reading, so your plan shouldn't have fallen apart like that. But then again, smooth sailing isn't always a good thing either. Too much harmony invites trouble. Tethys did pick up a strange frequency midway through the hunt. Everything was fine until that frequency came out of nowhere. And then suddenly the Sovereign took form way ahead of schedule. Talk about flipping the table. Well, let me get another reading. The cheese all messed up. It's kind of hard to see. It's like someone clouded the heavenly signs on purpose.
One way or another, we must find the Sovereign and stop it before it absorbs any more frequencies. This might be our only option for now.
That's right. Supernatural powers or not, the Sovereign can't escape good old Tethys. Let me see. Yup. It's wandering in an area with a whole lot of other frequencies. Looks like it's east of the Sanguis Plateaus. Yeah, that place has lots of dark energy. Bet many tough people died there.
Murmur's Town. Understood. I will stop it in its tracks.
Your Excellency, with your permission, I wish to accompany you to Murmur's Town. I know this request may seem bold, and I'm aware of the dangers ahead. But as a warrior of Septimont, I cannot simply stand by. Gladiators, we are united as defenders of Septimont's honor. I do not claim the right to ask this of you. But in my heart, I believe everyone here has earned the glory we bear. Let our deeds today reflect that.
Septimon needs us.
We have to fight.
Well said. Gladiators of Septimon fear no challenge. When the storm approaches, can an eagle soaring in the skies remain content as a fledgling beneath another's wings? Your Excellency.
Very well. If you wish to fight together, then so be it. I will afford your father its due respect. Come, take up your blades. For Septimont!
The light is time. Return to where you belong. Far beyond the vessel know it.
sits atop the wastelands, below the hunting grounds. It has since become a forbidden territory, after the Dark Tide's corruption 16 years ago. Follow me. The Wingray can give us a lift. Avidius, ready the anchor stones. We must set up a defense line around Murmur's town.
It shall be done, Your Excellency. Wastelands. I never imagined that after 4 years I would return to this place under such circumstances.
How did this place get like this?
This is where the Dark Tide started 16 years ago. The fact that this empty shell still stands is a miracle in itself.
Does this mean we failed to stop the Dark Tide? Septimon...
Warriors, do not let fear stand in our way. The untarnished glory of Septimont stands behind them. The devastation that befell Murmur's town 16 years ago will never be repeated, because now we are here. The Sovereign won't make things easy for us. Any rash action before we can confirm its location.
Your command is our duty, Your Excellency.
Yes. This will trap Sovereign inside the town. Good. Proceed as planned of it now, then. It falls to us to track down the Sovereign's whereabouts, Rover. Keep your guard up! Those hollow figures do not be fooled by their stillness. Those are just the shell. And watch for their songs of corruption. They were once our own. Brave gladiators, loyal citizens of Septimont. The Dark Tide not only twisted their minds, it also raised their corpses and turned them into mindless puppets. Not even death could set them free. Mark my words. You take the upper area, Rover. I'll take the lower one. If you spot any signs of the Sovereign or run into trouble, let me know right away.
This place is too quiet. No trace of the Sovereign anyway. Hey, Buling. Can you help me track down the Sovereign?
You got it. Give me a sec to scan things. Sorry, boss. The frequencies around you are all over the place. I can't get a clear reading. The Sovereign's a slippery eel, eating up every little frequency like it's popcorn. Now the Teppa system's got nothing to work with. It's playing hide and seek with us, Hold on. What if you bring me some pure Dark Tide frequencies? Maybe Tethys can use it to track down something with a similar frequency.
Understood. I'll do what I can. Abby? Abby! Wake up!
What's going on? I'm so sleepy. The dark, spooky stuff I ate earlier is still gurgling in my belly.
Sorry to hear that. But if my clever, brave, stylish, and sweet Abby could help me out, that'd be amazing.
Aw, you're making me blush. Okay. Your best buddy Abby's on the job. Go on.
So, that thing we tangled with before has gone into hiding around here. I need your help to sniff it out.
Yeah, easy peasy. You know I have a...
Find anything?
The whole place smells like a dumpster fire. And that monster, I can't tell where it is exactly. The scent's all muddled. There's something weird over there.
Is that a waystone? I've seen those back in Septimont City. They're like signposts for Outlanders.
All right, let's check it out.
This the one?
Yeah, this is it.
Its right arm is missing. Isn't it supposed to be pointing in that direction?
I guess. It wouldn't be a waystone if it didn't show the way. Hey, something just flew by that way. It's that muddled scent again. Come on, we gotta catch... Look, it stopped over there.
It's gone. Is it hiding among those strange statues over there?
Wait, are they singing?
They must be the hollow figures Augusta mentioned. And that song. No, I can't get any closer. Maybe I can split off the Dark Tide's influence.
Watch out!
We'll flush it out. Waves rise. Judgment strikes. Face judgment.
Great, now it's found another one to cling to.
It's making our tacit discord even stronger. We should handle the others first. Annihilation!
Hide and seek game is over.
Time to finish it. Your face judgment! I am the Tempest! Seems like a new discovery. Cherish every gain. An unexpected discovery. Remnants of the past. Seems like a new discovery. Nowhere to hide. It's time. Seems like a new discovery. An unexpected discovery. Wind, guide me. A piece of cloth. Looks like something from a gladiator's gear, but why?
This frequency is something else.
Is that the same muddled scent you mentioned before?
Well, it's got a bit of that smell, but the fabric's frequency is even stronger. It's not giving in. Kind of like a brave gladiator fighting a monster.
I see. That waystone with the missing right arm had a sleeve that was torn.
Why don't we take it to the statue? Maybe it will...
of my will. How can I be sure what my sword will strike? I reject such a gift.
Augusta, I've got the lead. Patience at your terminal. I'll wait for you there.
Copy. On my way.
The clash of battles long past is proof of my unyielding. Travelers who have braved the path, press onward. Step into the dark, where forsaken truths and forgotten words.
This is a sonoro. The muddled smell makes sense now.
A gladiator who fought the dark tide in Murmurstown to his last breath. His frequency still lingers to carry on the fight. Thank you for showing us the way ahead. Augusta, over here.
Is this a sonoro?
All right, time for Abby's rundown. So, Rover and I were tracking that shadowy monster fella. And I followed its scent right to, the sonoro. Well, kinda. It's not the exact same scent, it's just really close. It's also kinda muddled.
Right. The frequencies the Black Shores detected in both Murmurstown and from the Sovereign are unusually complex. To track the Sovereign, we'll need to help by isolating a pure dark tide frequency. I wasn't sure where to start, but Abby's been a big help.
Yeah, don't mention it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
I assume this is your echo friend, who saved us in the Asphodel Barrens. You have my gratitude.
No biggie.
The level of power it showed is indeed questionable for an echo. But I trust it, as much as I trust you. No need for explanations between allies.
Did you hear that? Through me walk the path of glorious ascension. Through me enter the city of eternal bliss. Yet all who enter must first forsake all hope. Sounds like a song. Those lyrics are pretty intense.
Sonoro. What do you want to show? Let's enter it.
Are we still in Murmurstown? No. They're small.
This is Murmurstown, only from the past. It was once called Fabianum, the town of gladiators, visited by Fabius, the hero of heroes. But the dark tide claimed it in the end, leaving behind a scar as Septimont would...
Augusta, look over there. Are those lingering frequencies from the...
Let's follow them.
I didn't see you by the Oak Hollow today. You promised we'd go explore Maze Deep together. But don't tell me you got roped into errands again. sorry. Otto got hurt, and Uncle Philo shot on help at the shop, so I volunteered. Alright. But isn't it odd how people always... Me neither. I guess it is high tide season. Uncle Philo must be busy at his forge. Even Ma and Pa are busy preparing for the hunt. If only we could find a way to make speed. Maybe if I were strong enough to join the hunt, maybe Ma and Pa wouldn't have to work themselves to the bone. You're strong to me, Angel. Sometimes I wish I could be either. I don't think I ever had your gifts. Above average? I don't believe that word. Skill doesn't much there, right? Hey, why are you hesitating? This is... I'm going to Uncle Philo. This is obviously from his forge burning you. It's not his fault. I asked to borrow some of his old rusty swords, and if I worked fast enough, he'd let me. Grandma Rosa said you need 2 lives to reach Main's Deep. We don't have our swords yet. We're missing a life, so I thought if I could get us some... not this again. You really can be a handful sometimes.
Yes, 16 years ago. Right before the dark tide hit.
There's that floating thing again!
I think it's trying to lead the way for us. We should follow it. It's hovering by those phantoms.
There you are. Here, take some of these candies. Grandma Rosa gave them to... Peg, do you think what Grandma Rosa said about Main's Deep is like... If I really had the hero of Heroes Whisper in Okoro, who was the resonance ability that Paladin Cranes keep saying helpful, and my brothers... In that case, you can take my sword. Aren't you? You can't reach Main's Deep without it. It's okay. I'll find a way to get more sword.
That little girl. I feel like I've...
We've got no other leads for now. Let's check it out.
More phantoms of the past.
Wow, look over there! I see it!
You're there!
It's cutting out! I can't hear what it's saying! Rover, that floating thing seems like it's distracted. Something's messing with it, but I can't see what. Feels like, I don't know, like there's an invisible wall cutting us.
Another waystone. That can't be just a coincidence. It led us into the Sonora. Maybe it can lead us out.
You're saying we should use it to leave the Sonoro, and that whatever's messing with us might be coming from outside.
Could be. It's worth trying.
Can't believe we actually made it out. More hollow figures. Really was that.
Don't worry. Leave them to me.
go look at the...
Oh, I wish you were there, Angel. I only ran a few laps with Ed. Hold still. I'm trying to get the sound on. All right, out with it. What do you do to that thick skin? Hurt pretty bad. He was picking on the sword. I told him. Learn. Couldn't be. By the way, we ought to return those swords to Uncle. Anyway, maybe it's okay. Really? What if the whispers are here? And the great resonance ability? The hero of heroes. That's still what it is. I think everyone in the village wants that. Makes sense. Not just but maybe it also means that sounds, but if that's all it takes, you...
Augusta.
That's me. I guess there's no denying it now. I thought I might keep my foolishness as a child from you.
So, Murmur's Town, Fabianum, is your home?
Yes. It's been a long time. I never imagined I'd see my past like this.
I'm curious.
About Main's Deep and the Oak Hollow?
Yeah.
The name Fabianum once stood for glory. As Septimon's front line against the Dark Tide, it held the honor of receiving legends like Fabius, Attilius, and Valeria. Perhaps that's why Hero of Heroes' tales always lingered here. The most popular one was the tale of a great journey to Main's Deep, the ruins of an ancient civilization. It was said that if you brought 2 lives, yourself and your sword, you'd be granted entry. And within, you'd hear the unceasing whispers of the legend. Whispers, they say, capable of awakening resonance ability. As for the Oak Hollow, said to lead to Main's Deep, just children's tales. No one ever knew if it was real. But Fabianum never found its hero of heroes. Ever since then, the name was lost, replaced by Murmur's Town. A scar that Septimont refuses to face. The whole town held out until the very end. Yet no aid ever came from the city of Septimont. Later, I heard from the senior gladiators that on the very morning Fabianum fell, most of the Senate lords were still sound asleep in their warm beds. It wasn't the Dark Tide that doomed my hometown, but those in power who were... Forgive me. I let my emotions get the better of me. I see. Then perhaps I should spend more time with you, like you once did. Anyway, why did the Sonoro reveal all this to us?
Maybe it's helping us find that, pure dark tide frequency? The scent does feel clearer now, less muddled.
Or maybe it meant to show us something more.
Endured the Dark Tide's corruption and still fights to speak the truth. His spirit deserves to be remembered. I will go to witness that truth with my own.
Those phantoms ahead. Looks like they've lost control.
Surrounded by tacit if it hadn't been for a brave gladiator stepping in and fighting them off with his life, none of us would have made it. Perhaps we recreate what happened back then
but they're...
Again, we'll fight them outside the Sonoro.
All right.
tide paid me no mind. Its target was always Angel. And the whispers, they were real, but not as the legends promised. What I heard were words. None of it matters now. Those things belong to the past. I was a reckless child, a hatchling, flailing with a sword I could barely hold. True. Though back then, I didn't really have a choice. This is Septimont, the place where ideals bow to strength. As a child, I had no desire for power. But in the city of Septimont, if I wished to rise beyond my origin and silence arrogant dress now, my strength speaks in my stead, and my blade cuts down every slander, all but prejudice. I know well what those parasites in the Senate are plotting. Draped in the temple's name, they manipulate public opinion to secure themselves, but their absurd schemes betray only fear. Too afraid to face me, they skulk in the shadows, hoping empty prophecies might bring me to my knees. It's not about the dark tide still haunts Septimont. People live in terror of losing their homeland again, and so they cling to the hope of a hero. As Septimont's effort, I must stay strong. Our ruler has no right to falter. If my resonance ability raises doubts about my right to rule, then let the true hero of hero, and if none appear, I will decide whether this title is worthy of the weight. One of the prophecies speaks of a hero of heroes, wielding extraordinary power. Should it be you? A person of immense strength is either a nemesis.
Me? From what I've seen, being a true ruler isn't about having immense strength. Whether that's a powerful resonance ability, I've met people from Huanglong to Renacida who live with real integrity. Their skills and backgrounds were all different. And none of them, but what defines them isn't strength or anything that can be measured. It's the spirit they were born with. Resilient, unyielding. Believe me, Augusta. I see that same spirit in you.
I see. You know once said something similar to me. Within the Oak Hollow remains a mystery. All I know is, when I found her, her resonance ability had grown immensely, so powerful that even the dark tide could not withstand it. But she failed to control it. I could do nothing but watch as she transformed into something no longer human. After that,
the dark tide occurred 16 years ago. Its frequency must have been more stable. Maybe this is the truth the gladiator spirit is trying to share. It's Abby. But just to be sure, the Black Shores will give us an answer.
All right.
Through a couple filters, and we've zeroed in on one spot in the hunting grounds. Pretty sure that's where the sovereign I'm sending you the coordinates.
So, the frequency we collected really was from the dark tide.
Yeah, looks that way. But this one's weird. It feels still, like undisturbed water. Quiet like it's asleep. Basically, nothing is disturbing it. If I had to describe it, I'd say it's like a reverberation on its own. It's not as dangerous as the dark tide, but if it got mixed with another forte and stirred up, well, who knows what kind of explosion of power that could cause.
Angel and the dark tide. Understood. Let's go, Rover. Time to meet up. I'll tell the others to meet at that location.
Please hurry, everyone. The anchor stone must be in place before the Sovereign's hunt begins.
Such devotion. Forgive me, but you seem to forget your place, Avidius.
Is that so? Perhaps you'd like to remind me, my lord.
You must be aware of your rather underwhelming performance. The Senate's patience is not boundless. It's reserved for those who deserve it. Unless you can present a triumph to match your exploits in Main's Deep, we'll have no choice but to reconsider your candidacy as Septimont's next ruler. Wake up, Avidius. Isn't Murmustown the very place where your glory began? That, Avidius, is your true arena. Yet here you are, entangled in Augusta's petty concerns, when you could be seizing something far greater.
How very amusing, Lord Falco. You seek a ruler strong enough to lead, yet pliable enough to be led. You'd have better luck finding a needle in the sea. Were I in your position, I'd keep my mouth shut. If Septimont falls, so will your ambitions. And allow me to remind you. I entered Main's Deep because I had no other choice, and my duty as a gladiator demanded it. The blood I shed, the blade I wielded, these were proof of loyalty, not entertainment for the lords. If that's how you see it, then perhaps it is I who should reconsider.
How dare you? Got some grit, eh? Haven't let ambition cloud your mind. Falco, what are you... Watch out!
He may be under the Hollow Figure's influence. Judging by his behavior, the dark tide has already corrupted his mind. The anchor stone is nearly in place. Sir Hercule, would you please take Lord Falco to rest? This isn't far from the entrance to Main's Deep. I remember finding Mizona nearby. It's a Lord Falco has paid for his pride. But as a former hero, he deserves a death free from the dark tides. I will do what I can to help. Sir Hercule, please look after him. I promise it won't take long.
All right. You go do what you...
Dark Tide's illusion. This war... No, it can't be.
My fellow gladiators, our prey has finally revealed itself.